Gentlemen, my clock shows 10 a.m., so I call this meeting to order. We will begin, as usual, with an invocation, followed by the pledges. Dear Lord, I come to you this morning and thank you for the start of a new day, a new week, the opportunity to be here. This morning, Lord, we do remember the United States service members who were killed over the weekend. We've asked for your peace. For the families of those individuals, we pray for your protection over our military and everybody who wears the uniform. We thank you, Lord, for them, for the freedoms that we enjoy here in this state and in this country. I thank you, Lord, for the opportunity again to be here, to serve this community, and to serve you. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas,
one state, under God, one and indivisible. Want to wish everybody a happy Texas Independence Day. We will be officially commemorating and recognizing that momentarily. But for the moment, I'll remind, I know everybody has already early voted, but for those, if you haven't, tomorrow is Election Day. All polling locations are open 7 to 7. And any registered voter in the county can vote at any of those polling locations. Tomorrow, 7 to 7, is the primary election day. Let's see, for citizens communication, anyone with us this morning that would like to address the court on any county business, you're welcome to do so at this time.
all kinds.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cody Foster. I'm part of the Victoria Livestock Show. I have market rabbits and commercial heifers. I would like to invite everybody here to come tonight to the auction. There's a lot of people, and I know everybody would appreciate you being there. Thank you.
Excellent. So
Thank
that's
you.
tonight. What time is that auction?
4:30.
4:30, and anybody in the community can show up and bid on an animal, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you, Cody. Good.
Thank you,
Good
Cody.
luck with that.
Good job.
Thanks for the reminder, Cody.
All right. Other comments this morning? Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Judge, County Commissioners.
Good morning.
Michael Bondro. I live at 2107 North Bend, Jordan. I used to raise rabbits and I'd sell them, but I didn't know they were butchering them, so I went back to all the people I sold it to, and I paid them twice the amount, they bought it to get back, so that's why I don't raise rabbits. I didn't know that. I thought they were pets like cats and dogs and stuff, And anyway, like Judge Zeller said, is voting 7 p.m. tomorrow to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. if you forgot. And also on 2107 North Jecker Street, he's famous for being on TV with KAVU 25 and Animal Care Services was getting the dogs with big old nets and stuff. He still hasn't taken care of the dogs. There's a fence that's broke and it's slanted, and the dogs are jumping the fence or climbing over it and stuff. He's had 4 months to take care of it, and he probably can't afford a fence. He's probably trying to pay back all the tickets from Animal Care Services. He was the one that had 29 dogs, and they captured 11, and despite Animal Care Services talking to him and stuff like that, he still don't want to take care of his dogs. And one lady I was talked to me about it when I was shopping at a store, and is mad because one of his dogs killed one of her pet dogs, and she said, is the county responsible? And I said, no, he's responsible. The dog owner is responsible, not the county.
The county doesn't own the dogs.
They don't own the dogs. And I says, you got to sue him in small claims court. And even if you win, he probably still ain't going to pay you because he's worried about all those tickets from Animal Care Services. But he still hasn't taken care of the dogs. And I don't know if KAVU 25 needs to go back over there again and check it out, but the fence is like at a 45-degree angle, and the dogs are jumping the fence, and, you know, they're in Queen City Park, Christ Kitchen, Salvation Army, all over terrorizing people, mainly other pets and stuff, but I would like him to take care of it. His name is Joe, and he does volunteer work at Christ Kitchen, but there's no excuse for this, and code enforcement been involved with him, and he did take care of all that rubbish he had in the front, and he didn't do it voluntarily. It took the government, the local government, to take care of it, but hopefully the local government or the county government, the city government can get involved and take care of it, because he needs to finish the fence and fix it, and so far he's done nothing. Thanks, and have a good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Monroe.
Thank you, Michael. Other comments this morning in citizens' communication? Morning, Dan.
Just wanted to give a couple of quick updates and thank yous for things that have taken place over the month of February. Last Friday, our team was invited out to the stock show for Kids Day, and our team passed out some really cool little goodie bags for the kids. It has a lot of fire safety stuff in it, coloring books, crowns, little safety information they were able to take home. They did several little fire prevention presentations through different age groups, and they were able to reach over 150 kids. So our office would just like to say thank you to the stock show for inviting us out there. It was a great time. We got to really give some good information to the kids. Also, this Friday, we'll be doing a career day at Mission Valley Elementary, so hopefully we can reach out to some more kids, fire prevention, tell them about the fire, first responder industry. Also, the county and the city worked to get all the volunteers' radios reprogrammed and up to date. I'll leave. Oh, there he is. I'll let Rick give all the details on that one. But I wanted to say thank you to them for that. I know that was a big undertaking. So with that, that's all the good news and all the good stuff. The bad news is, you know, we have these weather patterns that keep coming in that promise us all this rain, and it just seems like it gets here and it fizzles out.
Yep.
We have a lot of rain coming next week, but unfortunately, we're right there at the 600 mark, and we're really dry. Some parts of our county is over 600. I try to average it out, but we're starting to see more and more fires, controlled burns become uncontrolled. So with that, I'm going to recommend a burn ban. We can always lift it if we get a lot of rain next week that we're supposed to be have coming in and stuff. I can always recommend to lift it, but I can't keep waiting for the weather to maybe drop.
Right.
So with that, I am going to be doing a recommendation for a burn ban.
Thank you, Dan.
So,
Thank you for that, Dan, and we can do that as of now, so with the authorization that the court has placed in me to do that, I'll implement a burn ban effective immediately, 10:09 a.m. We'll
Yes.
get the word out on our social media, the local media can publicize that, but
And we'll update
I
our
think
website.
you're right, it's dry as a bone out there, and goodness, we've, last thing we need is a big fire breaking out, like we've seen in some places, so.
So, and like I said, if we get several inches of rain or we get enough where it satisfies the moisture content stuff, we can always lift it, but I do
Absolutely.
believe we need to go ahead and put
Yeah,
one.
I think that's a
Good
wise
call.
precaution.
Better part of wisdom, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Dan.
That's all I have for now.
All right.
Thank you.
Sir. Hey, it's Rick McBrayer.
Morning, Rick.
Imagine that.
So, yeah. So a follow-up on what Dan was talking about was with the burn ban. So thank y'all for doing that. We obviously see a lot of state resources and federal resources. They're close by. We actually had a very large fire to the county to the south this weekend, and it was they already in a burn ban. They lifted it and allowed a permitted burn to occur, and it got out of hand. And so the conditions are just right for that. So thank you for continuing that. And so we'll keep monitoring the situation. What Dan was talking about earlier, so yes, our office was in direct coordination with the Victoria County Sheriff's Office as well as City of Victoria IT and radio folks. This past weekend, we were able to touch each and every single volunteer fire department's radios that were out there. And so for a 4-day period, they were able to update everybody's radios. And so hats off to Jade Bailey and Brian Simons, Mark Flood is over at the sheriff's office, our office, Guy Wendell and James Foote over at the city of Victoria. So they came together and were able to touch all those radios. And what that does is it implements some new procedures that we want to put into place that help the Victoria Fire Department, City of Victoria Fire Department, as they take command, to be able to directly communicate with the volunteer fire agencies. And it was not done in a silo. They were working with each of those agencies out there to make sure that we are implementing the right things inside of their radios. So we'll have to do another update, but within the next year. There's some changes that are going to be taking place to that major radio system itself, but we'll handle that as well. So
So those are just existing radios, those aren't any new additional radios?
there are not new additional radios, and so they are just the existing. We had to touch them. It's like anything else, like your Android or iPhone's got to have an update every now and then, so we needed to touch each one of those. It was easier for us to set up at Station 6 on Ball Airport Road and have all those agencies come to us. We know it's an undertaking for them. Obviously, it also gets them an opportunity to get some of those units out and running, but it is kind of a logistical nightmare. But so thank you to all the fire chiefs out there and the volunteer fire departments that brought their stuff in. So we'll do it once again in the next couple of months as there are some major changes in the system itself. So,
Okay.
but yeah, just want to provide a quick update. So.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rick.
Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Morning, Paige.
Morning.
Judges, Commissioners.
Good morning. Morning, ma'am.
I just wanted to come in and remind everybody and make sure everybody has done their due diligence with signing up to get their JP Morgan Chase card.
I got mine done.
You got yours done. You do need to go in. We have sent out links for everybody to go in and fill out. This does require some of your own information. That is the reason for that is so you can get, if you get locked out and it's 8 o'clock at night, you can actually call, use your information, not having to be guessing at the address or the phone number or anything, and you'll be able to get your card working easier. Over limits and that sort of thing, of course, we'll have a different protocol, but you do need to go in and get those filled out if you have not. The city cards, as of the 28th, will not function anymore.
Okay.
So those cards are actually done. You can actually return them to our office or shred them. Either way is good, but those cards are now going to be turned off.
Okay.
But if you have not gotten your card, or if you've not gotten your form filled out, please do that, and we'll be glad to. It's still a process. It'll come to our office. We approve it, and then we send it off, and then in a few days, we'll get them back in, and then we have already been handing the ones out that we have.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
What do we do? Do we bring you our old cards?
You can bring them to us.
Okay.
You can bring them to us.
Okay.
That works great.
Okay. No problem.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Paige.
Thank you.
Other comments this morning in citizens' communication? If there is nothing else, we'll move right along in the agenda. Item number 4 is to consider approval of minutes and take appropriate action. Each of you have a copy of those minutes in front of you.
Move approved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 5, consider approval of accounts payable and take appropriate action.
Accounts payable for March 2nd, 2026 are $1,354,916.49. Supplemental payments are $264,965.10.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Thank you, Michelle. Item 6 is to receive monthly and quarterly reports from various county officials and departments and take appropriate action.
We have monthly report from the fire marshal and constable precinct number 3.
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 7, consider approval of bond forfeiture releases and take appropriate action.
None at this time.
Easy enough. Thank you, Belinda. Item number 8 is to consider approval of Citizens Medical Center interim vendor payments and take appropriate action. We have the February 26th memo from our hospital showing those interim vendor payments totaling $409,632.41. And the ACH report on that same date totaled $5,076,373.93.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item number 9 is to hear a proclamation in celebration of Texas Independence Day and take appropriate action. Like I mentioned, we do wish everybody a very happy Texas Independence Day. And the court has a proclamation here commemorating that and also noting and acknowledging a lot of the locals here in Victoria County who played a role in that. This proclamation reads as follows. Whereas 190 years ago, by the pen and by the sword, brave Texians and Tejanos fought side by side for their independence from the tyrannical government of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, which denied citizens their basic freedoms. And whereas in 1835, residents of such places as Victoria, Goliad, Gonzales, and San Antonio banded together to fight for the cause of liberty, and on March 2nd, 1836, delegates gathered at the Washington on the Brazos to sign this famous Declaration of Independence. And whereas those delegates declared 190 years ago today that when a government ceases to protect the lives, liberty, and property of the people from whom its power is derived, that government becomes an instrument of oppression which must be resisted. And whereas many heroic patriots perished in this struggle for freedom, including hundreds at those shrines to Texas liberty known as the Alamo and La Bahia, and their sacrifices would serve as a rallying cry for Texan forces led by General Sam Houston in their stunning victory at the Battle of San Jacinto on April 22nd, 1836. And whereas the patriotic citizens of the municipality of Guadalupe, Victoria, which later became Victoria County, played a pivotal role in the struggle for Texas independence, with the foremost among them being John Joseph Juan Lynn, Placido Benavides, and J.M.J. Carvajal. And whereas we recognize our local delegates to the Independence Convention at Washington on the Brazos, Juan Lynn and J.M.J. Carvajal, whose duties to the righteous cause of Texas and defense of Victoria from the advancing enemy forces prevented them from being present at the convention on March 2nd to sign the Texas Declaration of Independence. And whereas though the absence of their signatures from the Declaration of Independence has left them largely unknown in other corners of Texas, we honor Juan Lynn and J.M.J. Carvajal and their valiant service to our community in the cause of freedom. And whereas the residents of what would become Victoria County played a crucial role in the fight for Texas independence and the formation of the new nation of Texas, which, as a republic and later a state, has left an unmistakable stamp on the future of the United States and the world. Now therefore be it resolved that I, County Judge Ben Zeller, in the Victoria County Commissioners Court, do hereby proclaim today, March 2nd, 2026, as a celebration of Texas Independence Day within Victoria County, and we invite all citizens to join in celebrating, commemorating, and embracing the proud tradition of Texas independence. We will put that copy of that into the record and also post the original on our social media so that the public has access to that and a little taste of the great local history we have here. Speaking of local history, we have some of our history folks. Jeff, Paul, John, welcome this morning. Anything to add?
Never give up an opportunity to speak.
There you go.
John Caselas, Chair of the Victoria County Historical Commission. I just wanted to personally thank each and every one of you guys for your support of local history here, preservation, and recognition of historical resources that we have here in the county. So, again, thank you for your support.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for everything you do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, do we have a motion?
So moved.
To approve the proclamation?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Moving right along in the agenda to item number 10, that is to consider approval of a contract with Logger Construction contingent on legal review in the amount of $1,840,915 to provide construction services for the Victoria Regional Airport Air Traffic Control Tower Rehabilitation Project, contingent upon receipt of FAA grant award, and take appropriate action. Hello, Lenny.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Just a couple of updates on this. The FAA did come up through with the $1.7 million grant that is going to grant a portion of this particular contract. And there is another grant coming up for over $500,000 to complete the project. But we do have the 1.7. Second, the contract was reviewed by our county attorney, and Logan has accepted the changes, so I have a couple of pages.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
So that, in essence, what this contract does, this contract gets the project moving forward.
Okay.
This is the project that I brought to you guys about a week ago with all the bids, and Logan was the winner of this particular contract or bid.
Okay.
All I'm asking is for approval today.
Okay.
Very good. Any questions up here?
Has the CRJ 700's been arriving yet?
Yep, it
All right.
came in, and it's a beautiful aircraft.
They're loud.
It's a lot bigger engines. Very nice aircraft.
They fly right over my house.
Move for approval.
Second.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Lenny.
Mayor.
All
Thank
those
you,
in favor?
Commissioners. Thank you, Judge.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 11 is to receive for the record the following reports in connection to the Victoria County Fire Marshal's Office. A is the racial profiling report for the Victoria County Fire Marshal's Office, and B is the Chapter 59 Asset Forfeiture Report for 2025 from the Fire Marshal. Hello again, Dan.
Hello again. These are just standard annual reports that we have to file. One of them, though, does allow us to get LEOS funds, which is like a grant project. Helps us for training officers and stuff throughout the year and everything. So it's just a standard filing.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 12 is to consider the following regarding the Texas Association of Counties Tech Guard Pilot Program for supplementary cybersecurity training and take appropriate action. A is to discuss the Tech Guard program, and B, authorize the Victoria County IT Director to serve as the Tech Guard Pilot Program Administrator. Good morning, Matt. What do we got
Hey,
here?
Matt.
So this is a pilot program being offered through TAC as part of our cyber insurance. It's no cost to us, and it'll provide some supplemental training resources and also the ability to do phishing campaign tests on email.
Okay.
Email is obviously the largest source of bad things coming in, and so we can send out simulated phishing emails and kind of test what the response is and see what areas we might need to provide more training or things like that.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That is
Especially nowadays. That's where a lot of people get
Oh, yeah.
caught up in, so.
Definitely.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on item 12A and B. Any further discussion? Anything else we need to know? When will these fake emails begin going out?
I'm not sure yet. Once we get the paperwork back, we'll go through an onboarding process to get set up and all of that, so I'm not sure what the
See
time
who
frame is
clicks
yet.
the links, yeah. Okay.
It's going to be a test, huh?
No, that is a useful program.
It is.
It is.
It is. Thank you, Matt.
Very good, thank you, Matt. Let's see,
Motion-
did we
had a
vote
motion
on?
and a second.
We did.
Okay, all those in favor of
Aye.
approval?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 13 is to consider approval of a request from the Victoria County Fire Marshal's Office for financial assistance to the Placido Volunteer Fire Department for an unexpected truck maintenance expense in the amount of $1,262.01.
Dan's
Um,
busy this morning.
Yeah, Dan is back.
Yeah, and I don't have a voice either, so forgive me. Forgive me. So good news on this one. We are requesting assistance to Placido. However, I've learned recently that we are going to have a donation to help cover this cost. I would I do believe that we still need, we would still want the funds.
Right, we can recognize it, we'll recognize it in court once payment's received next week.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. So we can,
So this, yeah.
As a member of the community.
Yep, so Placido, it's down to just one apparatus. We do have the surrounding departments helping them cover with an MOU right now, so till they get back up and running. But Placido is also one of the ones that was received a grant for another brush truck, which we're currently working on helping them get and everything. So we just need to get this one up and running, help them out for a little bit, so.
very good. So we can vote to approve this now, and then with the donation of a generous local resident, we'll simply receive that next week, and those will be the funds we
So the
use.
repairs can be done already.
Yeah, so that way
Yeah.
we can get the
Yeah, and this
repairs
will
going.
just reimburse it.
Absolutely.
Move for approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Probably see you again soon.
I would imagine so. Let's see.
All right.
We could have bundled all those together.
I was kind of wondering why the, like, it was scattered when,
They wanted me to get my steps in.
yeah.
Item 14 is to
Talk to
receive,
Madison about it.
for the record, the following fully executed contracts in connection to the Victoria County Public Health Department. A is the Ryan White Service Delivery Grant contract, and B is the Family Connect International Program Agreement for fiscal year 26. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Judge Commissioner. So these are, just as you stated, these are both fully executed from previous weeks. The item A, the Ryan White, was cutting that grant back down to $4 because we're offsetting with those 340B funds.
Okay.
And then item B was that fully executed agreement with Family Connect. So it was a fully grant-funded program for those training expenses.
Okay.
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 15 is to consider approval of a lease agreement between the Calhoun County Independent School District and the Victoria County Public Health Department WIC program and take appropriate action.
Yes, so we do several WIC clinics in Calhoun County on a regular basis. I believe there's 5 on a monthly basis. We had a previous building that's undergoing some repairs and renovation. So this is going to be a lease agreement with a new building they provided for us.
And it is.
Move to approve.
Very good.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. And 16 is also you, David. Let's see here.
Dan, you haven't been here long enough for your items to be consecutive back-to-back on the
That's how
agenda.
you do it.
It's a seniority thing.
Yeah.
Item 16 is to consider approval of the Texas Healthy Communities Grant Contract, Amendment Number 2, and take appropriate action.
Yeah, so this is another long-standing grant that we have for our Texas Healthy Communities Program. This is going to be extending the term of that contract and funds through FY '27, and it's going to be level funding from years past. This is our Texas Healthy Communities Program that promotes different public health practices through assessment and policy change. Some of the previous items we've done projects on a stroke, heart health, chronic disease, smoking cessation, and every year we do different projects to assist the community with that.
Okay.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Item 17 is to receive for the record the Victoria County Constable Precinct 1 racial profiling report and take appropriate action. This, like Dan mentioned, is required of our law enforcement agencies to turn in every year.
Move to receive.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 18 is to consider approval of the appointment of Travis Baker to a reserve deputy position for the Precinct 3 Constable's Office and take appropriate action. We have a memo here from the JP asking for the appointment of Mr. Baker to that position. Let's see, Gianni, is there anything additional HR-wise that needs to be done?
If it's going to be a paid position, yes, it needs to filter through our office.
Okay, I would presume this would be eligible for the, that pool of funds that we budgeted for the reserves. Okay, we can just make sure, they know that they need to get with you to fill out the paperwork. But for our purposes, we would simply, approve
Okay.
that individual. Do we have a motion to do so?
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 19 is to consider an agreement permitting donated pipe to be utilized for drainage improvements, enter on county right-of-way in Precinct 3, and take appropriate action.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approval?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item number 20 is to consider approval of the following resolutions for road donations made to Victoria County Road and Bridge, Precincts 3 and 4. A is Resolution 2026-032 for a road donation valued at $754.84 from Devon Olkey.
Elke?
Elke? I was close. For the installation of a pipe culvert at 501 Chaparral Drive in Precinct 3. B is Resolution 2026-033 for a road donation valued at $800 from Climb Construction for a pipe culvert located at 455 Hollybrook Road in Precinct 4. And finally, C, Resolution 2026-034, valued at $1,300 from Cody Jennings for a pipe culvert at Block 1, Lot 2 of Sophie Ranch Road in Precinct 4.
Move to approve A through C. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. I've got 3 there.
Trace.
Item number 21 is to receive for the record a notice of Medicare Part D credible coverage for the plan year beginning January 1, 2026, and take appropriate action. Hello, Gianni.
Morning.
Hi, Judge, Commissioners, just a notice to receive for the record with our change to TAC. Our prescription coverage is now considered credible under Medicare rules and guidelines that just basically protects enrollees from any financial penalties under Medicare if they were not to enroll in Medicare Part D at the time.
All right. Move to
Very
receive.
good.
Second.
Thanks, Gianni. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of receiving for the record?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 22 is to consider approval of personnel changes and take appropriate action. I see one in here, bailiff. Only one. I guess that's all we've got, unless there are any additional to add. If there's none additional, do we have a motion to approve the one in your packets?
So move. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Item 23 is to receive for the record discretionary budget amendments, if any, and take appropriate action. I do not have any in my packet.
I don't think we have any.
Okay. We'll move then to 24, which is to consider approval of 2026 budget amendments and take appropriate action. Each of you have a copy of those.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approval?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. We'll all need to sign all of those. And let's see, our next item is a closed session. For several purposes, I don't anticipate any action when we come out of closed session. But for now, we will move to 25, which is a closed meeting to discuss personnel in various departments, boards and commissions, real estate, economic development, and to also have a private consultation with the county's attorney, which we're going to have via Zoom. So appreciate everybody being here. We'll go into closed session now at 10:35 a.m. for those purposes.